Reiter! Komm! Ah. Leave that door. You've no business here.
Willkommen. I was just about to close up shop. You got... Good afternoon.
This...
Vielen Dank. Es war mir eine Freude, mit dir Geschäfte zu machen, mein Herr.
Come on behalf of Widow Gerda. I will stand for her in battle.
So she went and found a swordsman anyway? I had hoped that it wouldn't come to this. I won that money fair and...
But you don't have a witness? Or any
No, I don't. Just my word. And I will gladly even swear on the cross. But... once I pay the guild dues, they'll make me a master, and I'll finally open my own workshop. I swear before God, I'm in the right. And if there's no other way to defend my good fortune than with a weapon in my hand, so be it. Unless you would show mercy and let me win.
I don't intend to break my word. And I certainly don't want to ruin my reputation by throwing a duel.
As you wish. Right is on my side, and God will certainly guide my hand. We just have to agree on the weapon you want to use.
I choose sword. Which weapon is best?
I'm a cobbler, not a swordsman. I'll have to borrow a weapon and armor from someone. Go back to Gerda and tell her we're agreed, and that we'll meet there. Southwest of the city is a large solitary tree on a hill. Gerda will...
Last chance!
If I kept my prices low,
I apologize.
Excuse me. Good day to you.
Greetings.
Good afternoon, sir.
I went to see Radmill, and we agreed on terms.
And what weapon did you...
It'll be swords. Radmill went to find some armor, and then we'll meet at the big tree southwest of town.
I know. And are you ready?
I'll still need a moment.
Well... Farewell, my friend.
Can we be off?
Then let's go.
today, the dispute between Gerda and Radmill will be decided once and for all. If necessary, I will gladly testify as to the recipient of God's favor in this duel today. Radmill will fight for himself, and Henry will take up arms for the widow Gerda. They have both agreed upon the weapons to be used in... No other weapon is allowed. No fighter may move too far from the center of the ring. The duel will end as soon as someone surrenders or there is... Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Let the duel...
Come on, let's see what you've got.
Get him!
I'll destroy you!
Taste my steel!
Enough! I give up!
Come.
Oh, you certainly know how to fight.
So it's decided?
Unfortunately for me. Let's go to the others.
Radmil, Henry, you both fought valiantly, but God has decided the truth lies with Goodwife Gerda. The dispute has thus been justly settled in her favor.
Yes, that's right. Did you hear that? Don't you even think of trying to get money out of me now. I've got a witness that you lost.
Don't worry. I honor your victory. You won't hear from me again.
And you, Henry.
I'm glad to have helped settle this.
This duel was guided by the hand of God. If necessary, I will testify to everything.
Fuck all work. What's done is done. That's the end of it.
Who are you?
I thought you would recognize a wayfarer when you saw.
Yes, of course. It's just better to ask for. These days, you can never be sure who you'll be.
Quite right. But seeing as fate has brought us together like this, would you care to buy something?
Why not?
I have to go so I can get...
How goes it?
Shitty. Absolutely shitty. Exactly same shit as yesterday. And I can't wait to see how shitty it's gonna be tomorrow.
What happened?
Ugh. A pack of filth that's taken a liking to my tavern. They come in here like they own the place. Make a mess and steal. They hold nothing sacred. The poor women have to lock themselves away. They're godless swine.
Then how many of them are there? For a few groschen.
Lad, you'd need a company of pikemen for that. There's only 6 or 7 that come in here. But I hear they have a camp in the woods. A band of brutes, led by a fella they call Eggman. Former soldier they...
I'll take care of that rift.
By yourself?
These bands usually don't last long without a leader. I suspect if I get rid of Eggman...
Damn it, lad. You certainly have some courage, but if you managed...
You said something about a camp where they hide.
Yeah. They're always yelling at me to go and get them there, if I've got the balls. You must go northwest from the village. A bit further, still in the same direction.
Hold on. I know that camp.
Really?
And there used to be an odd group there. Also bandits. Led by a fellow with an arrow in his head. But they're long gone. Your Eggman must have occupied it.
Well, excellent. But there's still one more. I got myself a little potion. I wanted to pour it into their drinks. Next time those swine show themselves, maybe you'll find it handy.
Fine.
Yeah.
Nah, fear not. I'm thorough at my work.
I'll leave that up to you. You'll certainly think of something. Just don't bring me any cut-off ears. Got it? So, good luck.
Are you whistling at me? I'm not interested.
Oh, you pooch.
Ka! Go!
Hey!
Go! Go!
Whoa! Whoa!
That's enough. You're getting a thrashing.
Alert! Alert!
Burn in hell!
You know, Matt, I've been waiting for you.
Taste my steel!
I'm all yours. We're gonna gut you, you horse-on.
For glory!
I'll be you, so bloody fucker! Show what you're made of.
In God's name!
I'll rip your arse open. Come on, then. I'll beat you.
There's no escape!
Fucker! Back it home.
Jesus Christ be praised. Hey, hey! You can't just walk around
What?
here without permission.
Greetings to you.
So I was in Eggman.
Damn! I'm glad you're still alive. Was it bad there?
You need not fear him any longer. I brought you his hat, so you'll...
Fuck's sake! That's Eggman's pilgrim hat!
He was a pilgrim.
Bollocks! He was a murderer, but that band of his caught a pilgrim. They forced him to walk around the camp until he collapsed from just like that. For entertainment. Then Eggman stole his hat.
Damn.
You've no right to be
Thanks.
here. Out with
I'll
you.
wear it in honor of that port.
They'll steal your nose from between
Now
your
about
eyes.
holding a mass for that pill. If he suffered so much on this earth,
I told
you could help him.
That's a very good idea. Here's your reward. You deserved it. And may God be with...
Good. Don't come back.
Someone's being...
Ja! Ja! Quick! Quick!
Whoa!
Good to see you. Careful. Who got scrushed in here?
This is some jiggery pokery.
Be quiet. And now clear off. Hey, stranger. What are you doing here?
You're a Christian of peace, eh?
I am.
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me. About Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzling. I haven't made much progress regarding the... I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'll help you with your investigation.
Excellent. You'd be pulling a thorn from my side. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game, but hopefully I don't need to tell you that.
Lord Ruthard mentioned something of the sort.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners, or...
My father was a black...
It's a fine craft. But it won't teach you much about silver mining and processing. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private.
Look what I have for you.
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much he'd mined out.
Won't they be suspicious if I ask those kind of questions?
Of course. You'll have to proceed with the utmost. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other Sonny, however old they are. But you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining, or perhaps a nobleman interested in buying a mine, or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
I'll behave like a true nobleman.
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corves they mine. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal, allowing you free movement within the mine.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering where I am by now. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the entry in the mine. And don't forget, don't draw attention.
By the way, I've had the honour of meeting your brother.
Well, well. Small world.
He was a great help to us at Sukdal.
Even though we had some disagreements, I respect him for everything he succeeded in doing. If it weren't for him, I'd never have been able to do what I do.
Who owns the silver that's mined here?
All the silver in the Kingdom of Bohemia belongs to the king, whether it's above ground or still below it. Though I'm sure you understand, the king has a lot on his mind, and he can't be expected to worry about mining, so he leases out the mining rights to his tenants. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to pay the king, and the king also receives a share of the pure silver from the smelting works. That's the royal tithe.
What is this path of silver, anyway?
It's the whole process, from digging the silver ore out of the ground and processing it, to minting silver coins. Silver is found in ore veins underground. The pitmen mine it and get it to the chief foreman of a gallery counts the corves, and the assayer estimates the purchase price of the ore. The raw ore goes to the smelter, where it's crushed in a stamp mill. The roasted ore goes to the furnaces, where it's smelted into raw and then pure silver. Silver is then cast into rods, about as thick as your little finger.
Can any silver get lost?
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. It may be a capital. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore under his clothes. It does. Nevertheless, the entire path of the silver, from the ore beneath the ground to minted coins, is closely guarded. Every step is recorded in the book, so if someone is stealing large quantities, they must have it pretty damn well figured out.
Who checks
The Royal Mint Master and his subordinates are responsible for collecting the royal share. That also means me, and that is why every step of the path of silver is monitored and recorded. Starting with how much ore is mined. The smelting works owners don't have to be monitored as closely, since they buy the ore from us. It's in their best interest to get the highest possible yield after deducting the royal share.
Who makes money from all?
The thing is, everyone does. Pitmen get paid for mining in the shaft. Mine operators get paid for raw ore. The smelters then smelt everything, sell the pure silver, and deduct the raw tithe. The silver rubs off on the hands of anyone who even touches it. But there's still enough left over for the king.
I wish you were
Would you I'd like to do something.
Well, I suppose... Aye. Great. Happy to... What will it be, sir?
I'll have a look at...
Ah. How do you find what you're looking for next time, good sir?
I'm always glad to meet people like you. Catch my drift.
Ah, I see. Are you Foreman Sam?
Aye, I am.
My name is Henry. Steward Christian sent me. My family runs mines, so I came here to gain experience.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but minus rules. Then I'll tell you everything.
You better start talking before you really annoy me. If there's one thing you don't want, it's an angry Henry slamming your head against the table till you see black.
Bloody hell, kidder. You don't mess about. I see enough black as is down in the mound. Ask away, then.
What is the work of a miner about?
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. Mostly about oaking. Any yakker'll tell you that. But proper rest is even more important than graft. You're as weak as a midgie without it.
So how do you rest?
Depends. Some have a kip, some a swally, some go whoring. As for me, I play dice.
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's hewing shit, or we're hewing something soft, and then it goes grand. Only then there's not much silver in the ore, and you've got to smelt the shit out of it.
How much do you make doing this?
Don't even get me started. The chink's bad, and it's getting worse. Half a grosh and a cough is no.
How many cores did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting along nicely. We managed to howk 34 corves without skimping on hame time. First time in ages, that was.
That's all I need to know.
I could eat.
You're the head foreman.
And who are you? You have...
Henry. I have a letter from Sir Christian. Our family rents the mines, so I came to learn about...
Gawk at how the yakkers work. That's some proper graft, that is. They call me Thet. If I have any questions, ask away, and don't keep me waiting.
What does a head foreman...
What do you think? I give orders to all the yakkers in the pit and in the shop. They call me Master, and they're proper respectful, because I'm the one who doles them out the chink for what they hear. I also keep the records, check the counts, and keep the coffers for...
How many miners are you in charge?
Oh, you know, Sonny, that depends. Every crew has a gaffer, a foreman. There are 3 crews in the pits now, so I reckon there's about 30 pitmen just there.
How much ore do you extract in a day?
It's a little different every day. It depends on the rock they're hewing. Sometimes it's 50 calves, sometimes 70.
How much was extracted on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Well, fuck. It's interesting you should ask about that particular day. I actually know that one exactly. It was a lovely 90 calves. The most in a really long time.
How much did the mine...
I pay them half a groschen for every full calf. The more calves of ore they bring out by, the more groschen they get. If they happen to be hewing soft rock with less silver,
I give them some extra chink from the yield, so they earn roughly the same.
Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, sonny? Can't you see we're hewing?
Sir Christian of Pisek. My name is Henry of Skalitz. Our family rented a mine, so I came to...
A nobleman in the pit? I'll be damned. But you can't just amble around. You'll count your creels.
I just have a few questions.
The more we gab, but make it snappy, man.
What is the work of a miner, really?
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. No great shakes. We gans through the roads, Bella. Hewing off from rock in the dark and breathing in the stithe.
How exactly do you mine all...
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yakka graft, kid ya? You take a kevel and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning at it for a couple of years and don't croak from the stithe, then you'll keel over from exhaustion or get scrushed by the ceiling of the road you hew.
How do you get the ore?
Same way it's hewed, in the dark and in coves. On top of that, you spend a lot of the bloody time on all fours. Once you get out by with the corf, you get a tally, and you can get back in by.
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at bank make a howfing pile of chink. But us buggers, the ones doing all the...
Can you give me a more specific...
Sometimes, not even half a grosh in a corf. That's near way to make a living, man.
I wonder, how much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Nobleman or not, you don't need to know that.
Spill it, or I'll kick your arse. I want to know how many corves you mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla.
I'll eat easy, Mara. We're not going to scrap in the mound, are we? I'll tell you, it was a good gar on the Feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers hewed 36 corves.
Thanks.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to hew, Mara. We've got... See you soon, my friend.
Careful.
I talked to Frank. He says his men extracted 36 corves on the feast.
That's a very good result. I expect Fett didn't let them drink beer like they usually...
Samco told me that his crew extracted 34 corpses.
That's definitely more than usual. Those fellas usually just play...
Are you foreman?
Hey! You walk like a good... Hold on. I don't know ye.
My name's Henry. I'm a nobleman. And I'm interested... Are you praying?
The day before the feast of St. Petronilla, a kidder was hawking here. We dinged the burg, set it ablaze. It all came crashing down on him.
That's awful.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. I raised him from a nipper since my sister died. He kept begging, and now...
Come on, it wasn't your fault.
I suppose you're right. Will you pray with me for his soul?
Aye.
You're a canny lad. Repeat after... Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper,
Almighty
tin,
and merciful God,
and
our
all
Father,
ores and metals.
you are the giver
I ask
of
that you
gold,
bless my brother
silver,
who has died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
And may
tin,
your holy angel
iron,
save his soul from
and all
damnation.
ores and
Bring
metals.
his soul to
I ask that
eternal
you bless
glory
my
through
brother
our Lord,
who has died
our
in this
Saviour and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
May your
Christ.
holy angels save
Amen.
his soul from
The
damnation.
angel of the Lord declared
Bring his
unto
soul
Mary,
to eternal
and she
glory
conceived the Holy
through our
Spirit.
Lord, our
Hail Mary.
Saviour and
And
Redeemer,
Mary said,
Jesus
Behold,
Christ.
I am the handmaid
Amen.
of the Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us. Hail Mary. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may...
So,
Aye. Thanks.
what is the work?
What it's about? Proper graft, that.
Our deaths?
Aye. But every death in the shaft is a waste. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakker or two a month, you know.
How is the orb?
First, we have to we set up...
How much do you make?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard they're... It's no really...
So how many corves did you mine?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corves.
That's all I need to know.
I'm sorry.
I already know it was 100 altogether.
Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corves extracted. That means 10 corves of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported corves must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
that this is fraud of colossal proportion, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
What about Vavak?
I still think the trail will lead us to him, but we know too little so far. You need to talk to Fett and Herman first. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own interest to cooperate. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. You can mention my name. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Gepriesen sei der Herr. What do you need?
We need to talk.
And who might you...
Henry. Sir Christian sent me. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Discrepant?
How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100 cores of ore on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the book only says 90?
If it says 90, there must have been 90. The book does not lie.
In that case, someone else must be like...
Or someone just cannot count. Why are you bothering me? Foreman Fett counts the corves here. Go and talk to him instead.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more corves than there really were.
Do you have any idea how much ore passes through my hands? How am I supposed to remember how many there were ausgerechnet on the Fett? Besides, miners can lie and say they extracted more than they did. They like to show off.
All three crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that. Look, you don't have to be afraid to tell the truth. Me and Sir Christian agreed to settle the matter quietly. We're not going to punish anyone.
I am innocent. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corves to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from Fett on the side. On the Feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. 10 corves is 10 corves after all. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure they are in on it too.
How long has this been going?
Several months. Maybe half a year. About since Sigismund arrived.
Is Ulrich Vavak behind this?
The Mint Master? I have no idea. I am a mere assayer. I have never even met Vavak.
Sir Christian and I agreed to investigate the matter in secret, so just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible.
Yeah, I understand. I will be as silent as the grave.
A word, Foreman.
What is your wish, nobles?
Sir Christian sent me. I need to discuss a delicate matter with you.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shot all over the outhouse in the yard.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books, and his responsibility.
But you're the one counting the corves of ore.
Your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves on the Feast of St. Petronilla. You told me it was 90. And that's how much the mine book says, too.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads, and they like to show off. I'm sure they just exaggerate. Anyway, what's it to you? Don't you know, I work for Vavek, the mint master himself. I'm under his
Aye, there's no point in denying it. Herman told me everything.
Bloody snitch.
You have nothing to fear. You're under my protection, and nothing will happen to you. I'll deal with anyone who wants to harm you.
Oh, wait. I'll tell you what I know. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cook the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore and transport it secretly to the smelters along with the rest. He made it very clear if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the smelter who came?
He never told me his name, even when I asked. He's a tall bloke, stocky, pockmarked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was terrifying.
How long has this been going on?
For some time now, definitely. I heard even former head gaffer Kircher was in on it too.
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. They say he was drunk, but I don't think it was an accident.
Who pays you on the side? You have to pay the miners for what they actually extracted.
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the yakkers, and for her.
Do you think the mint master will...
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about Vavak. He treats me canny whenever he shows up. He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that. The mint master himself.
All right. Just carry on as if nothing's happened. Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else.
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent as the grave.
I talked to
And?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if...
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky, though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be... Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his...
I've already passed myself off as a nobleman here, so...
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why he has a... You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to... In short, be charismatic.
I got it.
Here, I've written you a letter of introduction. I reckon he won't be thrilled, but he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many... If my guess is correct, it should be 90. It still doesn't prove anything. You could get something out of the workers. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure... Good luck, Henry.
There. It looks better already.
A poorly dressed yokel like you should only talk to other yokels.
Help!
Kiss your ass goodbye.
And it's done!
Holy shit, I'd have been...
It was not...
nothing. Here, take it, and thank...
A fine day for some fine wear. Very good. The finest wear.
I apologize. Lord be with you.
What do you have for sale?
Nothing to your liking, sir?
How's life treating
Let it be known that a new one-off tax is to be levied in this city! Welcome. Take a look around, but no... What would you like?
I need...
Great!
Show me your... Let's talk about...
Well, I suppose... Aye. Thank you, sir. and come again. How may I help?
What do you...
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Careful.